A single sinkhole appeared, and an entire festival disappeared. No warning. No chance to escape. One moment, the ground was alive with music and laughter. The next, it opened its jaws and devoured 400 souls. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Infinity for more untold disasters, lost histories, and true mysteries from our planet. Trust me, this one will change how you look at the very ground beneath your feet. It was a bright day in the early 20th century, in a remote Chinese village near the Fengjie county of Chongqing. A local festival was underway. Drums echoed, lanterns swayed, and hundreds of people had gathered on a field that, for generations, had hosted celebrations without incident. But beneath the cheerful surface lay a geological time bomb, a karst landscape riddled with underground caves, created over millions of years as acidic rainwater dissolved the limestone bedrock below. At around midday, witnesses reported a strange rumbling. At first, they thought it was distant thunder. Then the ground began to crack, slowly at first, then violently. In seconds, the earth tore apart, forming a massive gaping hole, what would later be known as the Xiaozhai Tiankeng, the world's deepest sinkhole. Entire sections of the festival ground collapsed, taking with them hundreds of people, animals, tents, and supplies. The hole was so deep, over 660 meters from rim to bottom, that screams faded into the abyss before they could echo back. Rescuers stood powerless at the edge. There were no helicopters, no advanced cranes, no modern rescue teams. This was rural China decades ago, and the tools of salvation simply did not exist. Some say the earth swallowed 400 people that day. Others claim the number was closer to 300. The truth was buried along with them, in a hole that seemed to have no bottom. For the villagers, it was more than a geological event, it was an omen. They believed the dragon of the earth had awoken, demanding a sacrifice. The sinkhole became known locally as the Heavenly Pit. It was fenced off, shunned, and wrapped in folklore. Children were warned never to go near it, not because of science, but because the earth there had already tasted blood. And so began the legend of the well that swallowed a festival, a tragedy almost erased from modern memory, yet carved forever into the limestone heart of China. To understand how a sinkhole this massive could appear, we need to zoom out, far beyond the festival and even beyond human time. The region of Xiaozhai lies atop one of the world's largest karst landscapes, where rainwater enriched with carbon dioxide eats away at soft limestone, forming underground rivers and caverns. Over thousands, sometimes millions of years, these underground cavities grow, becoming larger and more fragile, until finally, the thin ceiling above can no longer support its own weight. The result? A sudden, catastrophic collapse. Unlike slow erosion, sinkholes can form in minutes, swallowing roads, cars, buildings, and in this tragic case, hundreds of lives. The Xiaozhai Tiankeng is no ordinary sinkhole though. It measures 626 meters long, 511 meters wide, and 662 meters deep. To put that into perspective, it could easily fit 2 Eiffel Towers stacked vertically, and still have room to spare. Scientists believe the sinkhole connects to an enormous network of underground rivers, including the Qikeng River, which flows beneath the region. Inside, researchers have discovered a unique ecosystem, rare plants, ancient ferns, and even species of birds and insects not found anywhere else, thriving in a world cut off from the surface. But for decades, no one dared explore it. The memory of the swallowed festival hung over it like a shadow, turning this natural wonder into a silent tomb. Modern expeditions have since mapped its walls, revealing terraces, waterfalls, and an alien-like landscape sculpted by time and water. Yet, for all our scientific progress, one fact remains haunting. This entire chasm opened in an instant, proving that even solid ground is an illusion when nature decides to reclaim it. The tragedy of the Xiaozhai Tiankeng is not an isolated event. Sinkholes are a global phenomenon, and they're becoming more common as human activity changes the landscape. In Guatemala City, 2010, a sinkhole swallowed a 3-story factory, leaving a perfectly circular hole 20 meters wide and 30 meters deep. In Florida, 2013, a man named Jeff Bush disappeared when a sinkhole opened beneath his bedroom while he slept. His body was never recovered. In Siberia, mysterious craters have been appearing, some linked to methane explosions caused by thawing permafrost. Sinkholes can form naturally, but also due to mining, over-extraction of groundwater, drilling, or construction that destabilizes underground cavities. The deadliest ones are the sudden collapses. The kind that give no warning, like the one that turned a joyful festival in China into mass tragedy. Urban areas built over karst landscapes are especially at risk. Cities like Orlando, Tampa, and parts of Turkey have recorded increasing sinkhole incidents. Unlike earthquakes, there is no global early warning system for sinkholes. Geologists can map vulnerable zones, but pinpointing the exact time of collapse remains almost impossible. This makes the Xiaozhai Tiankeng a symbol, not just of one disaster, but of a global hazard hiding beneath our feet. What happened there could happen again, anywhere limestone, water, and time conspire. Today, the Xiaozhai Tiankeng is no longer just a scar of tragedy. It's a site of science, tourism, and cautionary wisdom. Bridges and viewing platforms have been built around it, drawing adventurers from across the world. It is now called the Heavenly Pit of Fengjie, and stands as the world's largest sinkhole. Scientists study its walls to understand climate history, ancient ecosystems, and the slow violence of erosion. Villagers who once feared it now earn livelihoods guiding tourists, turning a place of death into a source of life. But deep down, the story of the 400 lost still echoes. Their names were never fully recorded. Their graves were never marked. Their festival turned into a memorial of absence. Modern engineering now reinforces nearby structures, but the land remains a reminder: we don't own the earth, we rent space on its crust. The tragedy also pushed forward the importance of geological surveying before mass gatherings, festivals, or urban development in karst areas. Today, with drones, LiDAR scanning, and satellite imaging, many potential sinkholes are detected before they can become disasters. But not all. The Xiaozhai Tiankeng stands as both a wonder and a warning, that the ground beneath our feet is not as permanent as it feels. So the next time you walk over a quiet field or dance in a crowded festival, remember the well that swallowed 400, and how quickly a celebration can become a story told in whispers. If this story sent chills down your spine and opened your eyes to the hidden dangers of our world, hit that subscribe button and join the Infinity Team, where the ground may shake, but the knowledge never stops. Share this video, leave your thoughts below, and let's keep digging deeper.